Based in Kilmallock, County Cavan, Core manufactures expanded polystyrene, or EPS insulation, for the Irish and UK markets. For more than 20 years, Core has specialized in delivering sustainable, high quality, and affordable insulation solutions for new build and retrofit projects in both the domestic and commercial sectors. Our product line includes bonded bead cavity wall insulation, floor insulation, external wall insulation, roof and attic insulation, and innovative products like the Core Insulated Foundation System. Our products can be used as part of a whole home insulation approach, whether building to a low energy building standard or increasing an existing home's building energy rating to today's regulations. Core's insulation solutions are guaranteed Irish, manufactured in our state-of-the-art facility, packaged and delivered to customers nationwide. We pride ourselves on the high-quality products that we provide, helping our clients meet and exceed their energy efficiency requirements project after project. In addition to manufacturing expanded polystyrene insulation, Core participates in a number of energy efficiency schemes, including SEAI's Better Energy Warmer Home Scheme, the Better Energy Home Scheme, and most recently, the 2017 Cavan Better Energy Community Scheme. With the help of SEAI and some of the best contractors and manufacturers in the industry, Core has retrofit hundreds of homes, substantially increased energy ratings, and helped reduce the carbon footprint and impact our buildings have on the environment. In 2017, Core participated in SEAI's Better Energy Community Scheme for the Cavan area. This project focused on upgrading energy efficiency measures in a number of buildings, including community centers, local area businesses, and private homes within the surrounding county. The project included 10 private houses with a pre-BER rating as low as G and a post-BER rating as high as A1, 11 community-owned apartments with a pre-BER rating as low as D3 and a post-BER rating as high as A2, 2 community centers, including Killincare GFC and Rammer GFC, with a focus on renewable heating systems and LED lighting upgrades, local area businesses including Barleystone Paving, which focused on a high-efficiency curing chamber, LED lighting upgrade, and eco-drive training, and the Core factory itself, with a focus on a high-efficiency steam boiler, a renewable heating system for the office space, LED lighting upgrades, and eco-drive training. This scheme was managed by John B. Smith at Core Insulation and part funded with grants provided by SEAI. In this presentation, we'll take a look at the 2017 Cavan Better Energy Community Scheme in more detail and learn how this scheme has impacted the community through interviews and short case studies. Our first short case study looks at a detached dwelling located on the outskirts of Ballina, County Cavan, in the townlands of Drumcrow. This property was dormant and unoccupied since the year 2000. Prior to the refurbishment, this derelict house received a pre-BER rating of G, putting it at the bottom of the scale in terms of energy efficiency and its related carbon emissions. The house received multiple energy efficiency upgrades as part of the BEC scheme to bring it up to today's standards. This includes 180 millimeters of core floor insulation, 100 millimeters of internal wall drylining insulation, 180 millimeters of core external wall insulation, and 400 millimeters of earth wool attic insulation. An air-to-water heat pump renewable heating system was installed, along with a 3 kilowatt Canadian Air solar PV system for generating electricity. In addition, an external air-fed stove, energy monitor, LED light bulbs, and triple glazed windows and doors were also installed as part of the scheme. The final BER performed after the measures were installed gave this property a rating of A1, with a negative energy demand of 0.88 kilowatt hours per meter square per year, making this our highest rated property in the scheme and an energy positive home.
Michael O'Donoghue is my name. I'm the chairman of Rammer United GFC for the last 4 years. We won the senior championship in 2016. We have all the teams, the same as any other club, all the way up from under sixes up to adult teams. We have approximate membership of about 600 or 700. We have great help from club coaches and mentors to accommodate all them teams and all the help it takes. We're a progressing club. We're trying to work hard to build it up to, to do better. We won the senior championship last year. We won the minor championship this year. Junior championship. We've been reasonably successful over the last couple of years. We have teams from under 6 to adult. It takes a lot of help, a lot of coaches, a lot of mentors to do that. We train here on a Saturday morning with the underage teams a lot. We use the AstroTurf there. It also caters for training at night then with different soccer clubs and that, and our own underage teams train in the evenings as well. So it's a busy club, and we're reasonably successful the last couple of years. Well, we got interested in the BEC because we were looking to develop the club and to look at a few options that we had to improve. So we went ahead and decided we would upgrade our lights to LED lights, low energy lights. So we've done that now, and it has turned out to be a great success. Well, the whole project, as you know, would be very expensive to updo all the lights. So we had a meeting with John on several occasions, and he outlined to us what was available to us. He highlighted the grant system that was available, and it was attractive, and it left it that it was achievable. Well, the main obstacle would have been doing it in the past was money, particularly the AstroTurf. Now, I was here when they were being installed, and you could see the new light in and the old light there together, and there's a huge difference. It's a really, really bright white light. This new option of the 50% grant allowed us to put in the new heating system, and it's working extremely well. I'd have no hesitation to recommend Core and the BEC scheme. It has been very, very a good project. The workmanship is top class, the lights are top class, and the showers. Everything has been a good success, so I'd have no problem recommending it.
I'm Noel Smith. I'm a member of Belturbet Community Development Association. It's a group that was set up in Belturbet in around the early 90s to generate some employment within Belturbet. The major obstacle in refurbishing these buildings in the past was the cost of fit out and refurbishment, and the 50% grant aid that we received from SEI was very important actually. The existing heating system at the apartments was 2 gas boilers and radiators and underfloor heating system. The original BER rating was a D2, and that has increased now to an A2 since the retrofit was done. The apartments were vacant before the retrofit, and now we're almost at full occupancy. This is due to the very efficient heating system and the funding from SAI. We found John B and Core Installations very professional in dealing with this grant application from SAI. They led us through the entire application process and through completion until works were done. We found the contractors very easy to work with, very efficient, and in particular Eamon Ryan from CA Energies and Sean Hagan from Eco Homes Insulation. We'd have no difficulty recommending Core and the BEC scheme to other individuals or community organisations to assist in improving their energy performance.
Hello, my name is Tony Ryan. I'm the chairperson of Killincare GA Club. The club was founded in 1929, the grounds here, and in 1982 we developed here the centre. We've got a lower field which is for training, etc., and juvenile training, and then on the top field is where our matches are predominantly played. We've got great facilities here: dressing rooms, showers, lounge, hall, squash court, etc. So we're very well sourced and very well facilitated here in Killincare GA Club. What interested us in relation to participating in the BEC scheme was one of our strong club members, John B from Core, enlightened us in relation to the grants that were here for this scheme, and we're also very much interested in saving energy and saving costs here in the club. The grant from the SEAI was very favourable for us as well. The obstacles that prevented us from upgrading in the past were the costs, the outlay. We're a voluntary organisation, a GA club, so obviously money is very important. The measures that we had installed were the solar panels, which are above your head here, for heating hot water 24/7, and we had LED lights in our hall inside, which have been a fantastic improvement, and also LED lights on our running walking track on our lower training pitch. The funding that we received for this scheme was from SEAI, the 50% grant, which was fantastic. By installing the solar panels here above our heads, the LED lights inside in the hall and the LED lights on our walking track, running track, saved us on energy in relation to electricity, gas, and water. Really good positive feedback there from the members of the club and the community in general.
My name is Andrew Butler, and up until now I had a house that was very difficult to heat and a little bit drafty, and also very uncomfortable to live in. I was interested in participating in the BEC scheme because it gave me an opportunity to add extra measures to upgrading the comfort levels of my house. As part of the BEC scheme, I got new windows and doors fitted, all triple glazed units, and I also got an air source heat pump to replace my oil central heating. The installation process was quite easy in terms of being a house owner. The people who carried out the works were very professional, and I found everything worked really well. Since we've gotten all the new windows and doors and our new heating system, the house has become extremely comfortable, especially for my little daughter, who comes down in the morning and there's a lovely warm room to greet her for to play before school. So the house has just become more of a home now, which is fantastic. The experience with CORE and the BEC scheme and how they looked after me was very impressive. The contractors that were dealing with me, which were Breffney Insulation, and then through their own subcontractors would have been Eamon and Billy Thompson the builder, was really good. One of the big pluses of all the work we've gotten done and the BEC scheme is the positive environmental impact. We're not reliant on oil anymore, so we have our lovely air source heat pump, which is heating our house efficiently and without costing as much money. I'd recommend CORE and obviously the BEC scheme to any other homeowners who are looking to upgrade their houses. It makes great opportunities available to people. It was really good.
My name is Tony Shorten, Tircur and Crestone, County Cavan. Well, the type of windows I had in my house was single glazed. I had a Stanley 8 cooker. It used to heat the water and the cylinder, the radiator. It wasn't very good. It was cold enough in the mornings and that when you get out of bed and that. And I got in double glazed windows and I think they're a very good job. I got a new heating system with a heating pump in it and it's working grand. I got a new external insulation on it and outside it. Oh, it was great working with Breffney Insulation, and the crowd that done a great job, and it's a great crowd of lads. Oh, I would I'd recommend Breffney Insulation to any homeowner.
I'm Jane Johnson. I'm the office manager for Breffney Insulation. We're an insulation retrofit company, and we also do new build installations. The services we provide are external insulation, cavity wall insulation, dry lining, attic insulation, windows and doors upgrade and heating upgrades. Breffney Insulation got interested in the BEC scheme because we feel as a company in the area it's important that homeowners are living in a comfortable, warm and energy efficient environment. Breffney Insulation sent out a number of our company representatives to source houses which included vulnerable homeowners, community buildings and also businesses. Breffney Insulation installed a number of measures at the homes, and these included heat pumps, external wall insulation, windows and doors, attic insulation, stoves and PV panels. The condition of the houses that we came across had quite a poor energy efficiency rating, and the pre-BER was a G on those homes, and once all the works were completed we achieved up to an A1 BER. The earlier feedback from the customers who participated in the BEC scheme are telling us that their homes are more comfortable to live in, it's warmer and they're easier to heat. Working with CORE Insulation, the lead applicant on the BEC scheme, we found that they were easy to deal with, a professional company, and they were very approachable if any queries arise with regards to the scheme. I would recommend the BEC scheme to businesses and homeowners because the grant aids available are up to 30% for private homeowners and commercial buildings, up to 50% for communities and up to 80% for fuel poor homeowners. We intend to participate in future BEC programmes, and if anyone is interested you can contact Breffney Insulation to learn more about the scheme.
Kathleen Bennett, Rattenry Lower Minority, Kells, County Meath. The windows were 15 years old. They were double glazed. but there was a drafts coming in and they were weeping damp when the frost began. The walls were damp, black and mouldy and very cold, and you couldn't paint them. The heating was an oil heater and a stove, and the rooms were very cold and damp. We had no insulation in the attic. There were double glazed windows installed by Coopers. I now have a stove in my sitting room. And now, after all the work was done, I have DCV in my house, a renewable heating system that was supplied by Coopers.
My name is John B. Smith. I am project manager with the Core BEC scheme 2017. The house behind me was built in the 1800s and has a G-rated BER before we done the renovations. Subsequent to receiving measures including floor insulation, wall insulation and attic insulation provided by Core Insulation, it also received renewable heating system and 3 kilowatts of PV, and also got demand control ventilation installed. It now has an A2 BER rating. The main obstacle that prevented me from renovating this building in the past was down to funding. The funding that was provided by SEI was instrumental in me upgrading this building. The installation process was very, very quick. It took 12 weeks to get to this stage of the build. Since the measures have been installed, I find the house an awful lot more comfortable and warmer than ever before. I worked with 2 contractors, one with Jimmy Healy and the second one Breffney Insulation. Both contractors carried out their work extremely well. Breffney Insulation were responsible for installing all of the energy efficient measures at this house. They were extremely professional, they were able to carry out the work in a very timely manner, and they were very easy to deal with. I would recommend any homeowner thinking about renovating an old property to get in touch, as they can receive up to 50% funding from a Better Energy programme funded by SEAI.
My name is Darragh O'Reilly. I'm the MD of Barleystone Paving, and we manufacture a range of paving here for the domestic and commercial markets. What got us interested in this scheme was Core approached us and they told us about this BEC scheme from SEAI grant, which gave us a 30% grant for this project. The main obstacle that prevented us from upgrading these measures in the past was funding. In the past we would have had to fully fund this project ourselves. The measures that we had installed here were, we upgraded our lighting to all LED lighting throughout the factory, we upgraded our curing chamber to a more energy efficient operation, and we performed eco-driver training on both our fork truck and our lorry drivers to improve our fuel efficiency. There was a need here to upgrade the curing chamber in particular, because in the curing chamber we need to have a consistency of the finished product that we manufacture here. The funding we received was a 30% grant from SEAI under the BEC scheme. We received an additional grant from a utility company, and we're going to donate that to 3 community organisations: Rammer GFC, Killincare GFC and Belturbet Railway Apartments. The installation of the LED lights has definitely improved the overall safety in the factory. The installed measures have had a positive impact on the business from the point of view that we have a safer factory, we've had a reduction in our electricity demand, we have a reduction in our LPG demand, and we have an improved environmental footprint. Core led the application to acquire the grant, which we wouldn't have been in a position to do ourselves. They recommended the improvement measures to obtain the grant. They project managed the installation of all the energy efficient equipment, and we found them to be very easy to deal with, efficient and professional. We'd have no hesitation in recommending Core and the BEC scheme to other organisations that want to put in energy efficient equipment.
My name is Caroline Ash. I'm Commercial Director with Core. Core is a manufacturing company and we manufacture expanded polystyrene. We're based in Kilnalek in County Cavan for the last 20 years. We celebrated that anniversary this year. As a company we specialise in insulation products, both the manufacture and the retrofitting of those products. Core is interested in participating in the BEC project for a number of reasons. It's a really holistic programme. As an organisation, we're trying to do business in the residential, the commercial, and help the community as well. There wasn't an obstacle to us upgrading the factory in the past, more change of focus. We became certified to ISO 14001, the Environmental Management System, in 2015. We were one of the first companies in Ireland to do so, and that made us look at our business differently. And so we wanted to challenge ourselves and look at how our efficiencies and the impact we were having on the environment. The BEC programme was a perfect match for us, because it enabled the organisation to upgrade the heat pump, the factory boiler, the lights in the organisation, and it helped not only financially, but it's a cultural change in the organisation. We received a 30% grant from SAAI, and we received additional funding from a utility company. But not only did it solve problems, we've huge benefits from the products installed. The moment you walk into our offices with the lighting, it's brighter, it's whiter, it's cleaner. It creates a much better environment for all the staff working in the office day by day. The heat pump allows us to not only heat the office building much more efficiently, it also allows our staff and anybody coming to the organisation and the people we talk to about these programmes that yes, not only do we advocate these products, we're actually using them and benefiting from them ourselves. The boiler was a big thing for us. We're looking at an entire upgrade for our machinery and our plant in the business to improve efficiencies and to reduce our carbon footprint in the environment. It had to start with the boiler. That was the first port to call. So now to have that, we can build on our infrastructure moving into the future. The BEC scheme for us, I think, has impacted the community in a big way. When you think about the number of people that are touched by the scheme, the homeowners, their families, through the GAA clubs, how many children are going in and out, seeing that new work's being done, that they're energy efficient, that they're sustainable, that they're renewable. For the businesses and the involved in the scheme, all of their staff are seeing management investing in renewable energy, sustainable products. That sends a huge message that if the key decision makers in our organisations and in our community are thinking about these products and installing these products, it shows how important they are. For our homeowners, they're living in warmer homes. Some of the homes we've upgraded this time around are getting A1 ratings. That's phenomenal. So these homeowners and the people that will live in these homes will benefit from this for a lifetime. It'll make their homes more comfortable, but they start talking about it. So it's, as I call, pub talk. So people are sitting around tables, sitting around their kitchen table, they're talking about it. Our phones are ringing. People are asking us, what are we doing next year? How can they get involved? And when that's happening, you know it's been a success. The BEC scheme is a complex project, and SAAI and their team, the BEC team, were always there to answer any question we had. We found working with them great, actually. We've worked with them for a number of years now, so I suppose we also understand what SAAI need from the companies that they work with. We have a policy of trying to solve our own problems, and where we need help, the team in SAAI were there, and this year we worked closely with David and John. They gave us guidance, they helped us with the figures, the terminology they use, kept us focused on our deadlines, met us when we needed to meet them. They gave us reassurances sometimes as well, because in a project this large, you can doubt yourself sometimes. And so they were there to put us back on the track and help us get the project across the line. Our vision for the 2018 BEC project is simple: to build on the success that we've had this year. That means more homeowners, more businesses, but we also want to include schools, public buildings, maybe houses that have preservation orders. Let's challenge what we can do to our buildings, address it and succeed. For other businesses that are thinking about getting involved in the core BEC 2018 project, I would say pick up the phone and give us a call. We will help you with your application, we will guide you through the process, we'll help you determine what products would be best for your organisation, and ultimately we will help you get the success that we got this year in the 2017 project.